The following segments are pre-recorded and sponsored by Longworth Productions.
Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. Going to the fair on Triad Today. Hello everyone, I'm Jim Longworth and welcome to another edition of Triad Today, coming to you from the Kernersville Auto Museum. We'll tell you about the museum later on, and later on is when the roundtable shows up, and we'll get into all sorts of controversies with those guys, so stay tuned for that. Lots in store for you for the half hour. Great information, great guests. Stick with us. Where we want to start, one familiar face to the show. You've seen him many times here before, and he brought a special guest. On my far right, our good buddy Pat Pate, City Manager of Winston-Salem. His special guest, Robert Mulhern. He's Public Assembly Facilities and Venue Manager for the city. Good to see both of you guys.
Thank you.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
All right, Robert, hold still for just a second. Pat, let me start with you. We're going to talk about the Carolina Classic Fair. So my question to you is, how important is that in terms of being a tradition for the city and for the region?
It is such a big tradition for the city of Winston-Salem and for the whole Northwest North Carolina area. I saw a study the other day that said more people in the United States go to a fair than to all professional sports events combined.
Really?
So it's really a great family-friendly event that we have in the community. It's been going on for many years, and Robert can tell you more about that. And so we love having the fair here in Winston-Salem.
All right, and we're glad Robert's here. He made his way up from Texas and Florida and different places, so we're glad you're taking care of things. Hey, Robert, when is the fair this year, and have the hours changed, or give me a clue on that?
Sure, the 2025 Carolina Classic Fair will be October 3rd through 12th. And this year we're going to be Barn to be Wild. Hours are typically the same. We got one change where we'll operate daily from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Right.
And then on weekends, on Saturday, we'll open at 9 a.m. But one caveat to that is the ticket gates will close at 9 p.m. So you have to be in the fair by 9 p.m. this year.
Good. No, that's a good policy. Now, what should we expect to see? If somebody says, "Hey, Robert, I remember going last year, and so why should I come this year?"
It's always exciting to try to bring something new to the fair, right? It's a challenge. It's something our staff prides itself on. The big thing this year that we're excited to bring is public ice skating. We're going to open our ice rink for the first time in the history of the fair.
Wow.
Probably one of the only rinks in the Southeast during the fair. And we'll be able to house public skating, youth hockey exhibitions, figure skating exhibitions. We'll work with the Carolina Thunderbirds to have a preseason scrimmage, and Wake Forest University hockey will even be on site.
And that's all in the fairgrounds area?
That's all in the fairgrounds, and that's just the ice rink, right? We have one new entertainment act that's really unique, Twiggy the water skiing squirrel, so y'all will have to come see Twiggy.
A water skiing squirrel.
That's right.
I think I've got one of those in my house.
That's worth the price of admission.
Man. All right, now, farmer's market. You sent me an email one day, Robert, about the farmer's market. Now, is that going to be year-round, or what's going on with the farmer's market?
The farmer's market at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds is the longest-running farmer's market in the Triad. It operates every Saturday, all year round, from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's your one-stop shop for anything groceries. We've got coffee, produce, meats, eggs, fruits, vegetables, all those things, soaps, crafts. It's got a little bit of everything, and a lot of those vendors take pride in what they do out there. So we'd love to have, the public support that and support those vendors more importantly.
All right, and tell us again, is it year-round?
It is year-round.
Okay, because I think a lot of the myth was that, hey, it's a great farmer's market. I can only see it during the fair, and now we know different because you just told me.
That's right.
All right, let's wrap up with this, Pat. Will fairgoers this year have easy access, plenty of parking? Is that going to be a pretty good experience?
We always try to make it a great experience to get in and out of the fair. There are some changes this year because you've got some new roads that have been constructed around the Coliseum and the fairgrounds areas, but we've got a lot of parking. There's actually a lot of our neighbors love to invite people to park in their yards and their extra space around the fair. So we believe it'll be a great experience for folks getting in and out, but you do have to pay attention to the new traffic patterns.
So my wife and I can just come and park. Well, I'm in my 70s. I don't do that anymore. All right, Carolina Classic Fair, October 3rd through the 12th. That's what Robert told us. And it's going to be carolinaclassicfair.com is the website. I want you to check that out. Also on screen, wsfairgrounds.com. That's the general website for the fairgrounds.
That's correct.
And you can go to cityofws.org for general information about what's going on with the city. To Pat and Robert, thanks for everything. Thanks for having him up here.
Well, we appreciate that.
Good
We
guy.
look forward to seeing you at the fair this year.
All right, we will. We'll be right back after this.
I am so
Why
frustrated.
can no one help me?
Waiting is the worst. I think it's
Healthcare is broken.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, we get it.
Really?
Really. That's why we're making healthcare better for all. Starting with you. Yes, you, Daryl. We're making plans easier to navigate by putting your benefits, prescriptions, and details all in one place. Convinced?
No. But it's a start.
We'll take it. Blue Cross North Carolina. Making healthcare better for all. Starting with you.
The world's brightest are Fulbrights, Goldwaters, McNairs, and Spartans. Prestigious doesn't have to be expensive.
And we know you will make a difference wherever you go.
UNCG. Find your way here.
Back now on Triad Today. Always glad we can spend a few minutes with the good folks at Alamance Community College, and we have a first-time visitor with us here. She is a veteran instructor, but she doesn't look old enough to be a veteran anything. Joanna Roberts is Department Head of Dental Assisting at Alamance Community College. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Were you born around here?
No, sir. Actually, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to hold that against you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're also a graduate of Alamance Community College, so it
Exactly.
fits in real well. You're a success story over there. All right, now let's talk about this dental assisting thing. Is there a demand these days for dental assistants? What's your assessment
Absolutely.
of that?
There's actually a nationwide shortage and also a shortage within the state of all dental care providers, but assisting has been one of the ones that's the highest rated one that with a shortage. So we at the college have been trying to address that over the last few years as that's become to the forefront especially since COVID. That's been kind of when we saw a heightened incident of that happening.
Right.
Across
At the
the
same
country.
time, there was a shortage of nurses too.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Exactly.
Now, I understand from an email you sent me that you guys offer hands-on training and clinical experience, and that gives the students a leg up. In what way? Explain that.
So one great thing about our program is we have an on-campus clinic within our program, and it operates during the spring. So our students have the opportunity to almost run like a private practice,
Wow.
which is a little bit different. So they'll either rotate through our clinic. We also partner with the UNC Dental School in Chapel Hill, and they go to that facility for clinical rotations, and they also rotate through private practices within our area. So
Give them
they
some
get-
practical
Yeah,
experience.
so it's a variety of practical experience.
So I guess what you're saying too is that you're trying to make sure that when they leave you, and since we do have a shortage of dental assistants, that they're ready to go and ready to work somewhere.
Absolutely. And many of our students actually acquire jobs when they're out at these clinical sites. So either the UNC Dental School or the clinical practices that they're in, or they make connections. So they're able to use those practices as a way to kind of find a reference for
Right.
another office that may be looking for an assistant.
Yeah, so you're not just sending out cold resumes, you're actually meeting people that are saying, hey, you're pretty cool, and you've gotten training, we're going to hire you.
There are approximately about 384 hours that they do in clinical training and
Oh,
hands-on
man.
training.
I think I was in a dentist chair for 380 hours one time. I don't want to talk about it. Anything exciting on the horizon in your program you want to tell me about?
Yeah, we actually, technology is constantly changing in medicine, and that includes dentistry, so we're always looking for that. And so sometimes that's a little bit of maybe remodel within the department to be able to accommodate some of that new technology. And then also the college is looking forward to, hopefully in the next couple of years, maybe by 2027, adding a dental hygiene program. So
Wow, that'll
we're
be
in the process
nice.
of planning that right now.
Yeah, it's a very complete program. Now let me ask you a stupid question. Obviously what you're doing helps students. How does this really benefit the whole healthcare community, what you're doing?
Right. So one of the things is because there is a shortage, and for us, we've increased enrollment by adding some additional cohorts. That has helped us to provide those dental assistants for our community and the surrounding communities that give patients access to care. Without those assistants, the doctor is kind of limited to one room at a time. If they have at least 2 assistants, that assistant can use those expanded functions that have been gifted to them by the state to be able to help that dentist be able to facilitate more patients at a time.
What's gratifying to you about what you're doing and the role that you're in now?
Working with students, number one, because I'm able to help them like I was helped when I was a student there, to be able to take on the role in a new profession of dentistry, to be able to help and care for patients. And seeing those success stories every year, it's why we get up every day and go to work. It's truly amazing.
Bless your heart. I really appreciate what you're doing there. And congratulations on being such a success story yourself. I mean, graduate of Alamance Community College, now running the department. I think that's just great. Now, for more information, you go to the general website, alamancecc.edu. That's alamancecc.edu. It'll take you to all sorts of portals to learn about the programs, including your program.
Yes, thank you.
Joanna Roberts, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you that Triad Today also airs on GTN Spectrum Channel 13 and streams on WFMY Plus, free on Roku and Amazon Fire.
Now boarding zone 3.
Back now on Triad Today, and I thought, you know what I'd like to do is interview somebody who's just about ready to get married. And in he walked into the studio. No, he's been here before. Rafael Orozco is a recruiting manager, the SEO Scholars Program at Shift Ed. Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you, Jim.
And congratulations on your upcoming wedding.
Thank you so much.
Or by the time this airs, you'll be wedded.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Now, hey, let's get to Shift Ed here for a second. Remind everybody what the mission of Shift Ed is and who you all serve.
Yeah, so Shift Ed is all about boldly accelerating student potential, and we serve Guilford County schools as well as some of the nearby districts like Randolph. We're getting expansions into Asheboro and Winston-Salem, so nearby districts.
All right, what is the, when I mentioned in your title, because you were on here before and I've had people ask about it, what is the SEO Scholars Program all about?
Yeah, so the SEO Scholars is a great program that I get to do the recruitment for. So SEO Scholars is a free 8-year academic supplemental program that's going to work with 9th grade students to and through college, and it is a free program that's offered to students in Guilford County. So it's a great opportunity for that motivated student that knows they want to go to college. It's a great resource to provide extra support in math, ELA, free tutoring, a lot of cool things that happen within the program to ensure that they go on to have that college graduation.
So you're getting them ready, and then you said 8-year program. Man, that is just fantastic because you're catching them early, 9th grade, which if you don't catch kids early, you know that we used to have a dropout rate that would be bad right around that age if you don't catch them and really motivate them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned a couple of ways that some of the services. What kind of support do you offer these young people all the way through?
Yeah, so outside of the free tutoring that's offered, Monday through Friday, we have a lot of great thing that happens through the SEO Scholar years. So for example, you get college exposure throughout your 10th, 11th, preparing you to find the right school for you.
Wow.
As well as be able to talk to our college director of college access, who's going to find the right scholarships for the student. Find the right location. You get the opportunity to study abroad possibly, as well as study on college campuses your 11th grade year, or the summer of the 11th grade year, preparing you for 12th grade. So there's a lot of cool stuff that happens within this program to, again, get that motivated student to start thinking about college.
And give them a real leg up by the time they get to college. Tell me about the application deadlines, the criteria, how the selection process goes. What about that?
Yeah, so within SEO Scholars, it is an application process. Our application actually just launched September the 1st, so it is open right now.
Okay.
You have till December the 8th to apply. But I would advise anybody that is interested to go ahead and do their application early, because we do have a priority deadline of November 17th. So if you get your application in before that time, we're going to prioritize the student, and versus anybody that will wait till that December 8th.
Now,
deadline.
would only rising ninth graders apply, or can other people say, hey, I'm going into 11th grade, I missed this before, can I get into it now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So because we intend on serving the student for 8 years, the entry point is ninth grade to be able to go all the way through.
I got you. Hey, I know about you personally, other than the fact you're getting married, but you're also a first generation college student yourself. So what gratification do you get from doing the kind of specific work you're doing, knowing where you came from?
Yeah, absolutely. So being a first generation college student was hard, not knowing what to do in college, where to go, who to ask and see. With this program, I wish they would have had that when I was in high school, because it would have been able to guide me, made my life a lot easier in college and stress-free. So that's our goal, is to be able to just partner with your student, your family, and ensure that we take some of the load off the parent and student, and help serve that student to get them to their journey, that endpoint college graduation.
Absolutely. Up on screen is the website I want everybody to check out. It's shifted.org, shifted.org. Be sure to put that underlining, what do you call that thing in the bottom?
Underscore.
Underscore. See, these young people know all these terms. I still have a flip phone, so you have to tell me about these things. Shift_ed, shifted.org. Please check that out for all the information. And of course, if you're a rising ninth grader, you want to get that application in and get into the SEO Scholars Program yourself. Raphael Roscoe, thanks for all you do for so many kids. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for always being here, allowing me to be here and spread the word.
Oh, my pleasure. All right, we'll be right back after this.
I got free meals. What do you mean? No, seriously, how much did you pay us? I didn't pay anything. I learned how to cook all of these fresh foods that were delivered to my house. Everything in that grocery bag that's fresh, I had a recipe for, and I know how to cook. It encouraged us to eat better, to shop better, make better decisions.
Back now on Triad Today, and we have a special guest, well actually two special guests, but one of them you see all the time here and you've seen her on TV before. On my far right, of course, our buddy Ashton Fowler, Marketing Manager from Modern Auto. And Ashton's brought along a very special guest. Michelle Carter is Interim Executive Director, Riverwood Therapeutic Riding Center. Good to see both of you.
Thank you. Good to be here. For having us.
Ashton, let me start with you. Now, why does your family, the Fowler family and Modern Auto, why have they been so supportive of Riverwood? Why Riverwood? And in what ways do you help?
Yeah, so my cousin Delton was born with special needs, and so my Uncle West and Aunt Jenny, when they found Riverwood, it was a great program for him. He saw so many benefits from the program, and so we were able to support them through Modern, and then ever since we've been the past 10 years. So it's really been a great partnership.
Yeah, great support and great testimonial right there. Hey, Michelle, what's the mission of Riverwood Therapeutic Riding Center?
Our mission is to offer a safe space for people of various capabilities and disabilities to come and be able to participate in equine assisted services. We do adaptive riding, we do equine assisted services on the ground, which works on social skills and team building, and we do work with veterans as well.
The kind of things they can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Which is so important.
Yeah, it offers a space for them to feel included, and to feel seen and to feel heard.
What impact, I know it's hard sometimes to do self-reflection on this, but what kind of feedback do you get? What kind of impact do you think you've had with the folks coming through?
That's a greght question. So we serve over 1,400 students annually and participants, and we have 10 off-site programs as well that we're also working with. And another impact that we have is we're able to open seminars and workshops for people to come learn more about disabilities, for them to come learn about the impact of equines. Working with horses has physical benefits, so we can work on posture and coordination, and we can work on life skills such as organization and emotional regulation.
Yeah, so important, not just for the participants, but their families and all that education support. I think that's great. Do you ever need volunteers?
Yes, we need volunteers all the time. Right now we have a base of about 80 volunteers a week, and we always need volunteers. We need volunteers to come help with sidewalking, which is where they participate in the classes with the participants.
Right.
We also have a need for volunteers to come and help us with horse care, and we have volunteer needs for like grounds maintenance and things like that. So,
right. So, people can come in with various skill levels to
Yes.
do whatever you think is
and
needed.
we can train them.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is there a fee for participants to take advantage of these great services that you offer?
Well, we do have a small fee. Riverwood is subsidized, 70% of our program is subsidized by donors such as Modern and sponsorships and things like that.
Okay, yeah.
But we do charge a fee, and we also have scholarships for participants that might not financially be able to pay for them.
Yeah, so that lessens the cost of being able to get in. That doesn't become a barrier for them. Now you have an upcoming fundraiser. Let me look at my notes here. October 18th.
Yes,
What's that about?
October 18th is our annual Hoofbeat, and it is our biggest annual fundraiser of the year. And tickets can be purchased on our website at riverwoodtrc.org. And all the proceeds from that go to supporting our programs and our scholarships and our organization as a whole. And we're going to have live music and catering and line dancing and a silent auction.
Wow,
so
okay.
all the proceeds we get will help support our organization.
I bet you're going to, well, you can't tell us what you're going to auction yet, right? But
Yes, so I can give you some examples.
give me a quick example.
Yeah, we have gift certificates from around the community, and we have like wellness spas and other gift cards such
So
as.
if my wife wants a free spa visit, she can
Absolutely.
come to the.
Come
That's
bid
cool.
on an auction item.
All right, up on screen, you can go to riverwoodtrc.org, riverwoodtrc.org. That gets you right to the website, more information. And also go to modernauto.com if you get a chance. Check that out. And as we sit here surrounded by cars, Ashton, you love this place because there's cars everywhere.
I do. It's so on brand for us.
That's the only reason. She doesn't like me. She just comes here for the cars. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for all you do.
Thank
you.
We'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you to catch my column Longworth at Large and Yes Weekly every week. It's available throughout the Triad, or you can go online, yesweekly.com. Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. Back now on Triad Today, just about time for the roundtable, but a quick shout out to the good folks here at Kernersville Auto Museum. You will love this place. You can come in here and see it for free on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now let's get to it. On my right, but always the political left, Ogie Overman's with us. Dr. Don Martin, who is chairman of the Forsyth County Commissioners, is here. And also Keith Granberry, founder of Helping Hands Consultants. Guys, before we get going, Keith wanted me to give a plug to North Carolina Climate Week. It's up on screen, September 29th through October the 3rd. You can go to earthsharenc.org for more information. We're actually going to have a lady on from Earthshare next month. All right. Following the murder of political activist Charlie Kirk, a TV news commentator was fired for saying, quote, awful words lead to awful actions, unquote. Meanwhile, a Triad area teacher was fired for praising Kirk's killer. Kirk himself was an advocate for free speech. So guys, are you okay with firing someone for speaking ill of the dead? Ogie.
Well, I don't think it's just ill of the dead. I think it's this particular guy who has been deified so much by Trump and Trumpladites, and I better watch what I say. I could get booted. So, I mean, it's a tragedy.
And some of this stuff is really crude that they're saying.
It is.
Don, I look at you and
but
Keith.
It's everywhere. I mean,
and Don, you when you ran the school system, thousands of employees and students to worry about. Keith, when you ran the Urban League. Look at this from an employer standpoint too. I mean, do you fire somebody for a social media post?
Well, depending on the nature of that post, I mean, just because you have freedom of speech, there are things you can't shout fire in a crowded theater. There's things that you cannot do, and I think when you begin to be opposed to the mission of that organization, which is what Guilford Tech's letter is all about to their employee. You know, you have to, and by the way, you don't pay tuition or send your child to school for somebody to talk about political issues. That was not the subject matter here to be dealing with.
What do you think, Keith?
I kind of disagree with that statement. In many schools, there's always political activism. That's why you go to college. But I think that no one deserves to be shot.
Exactly.
No one deserves to be shot, no matter what their political affiliation is. And I think it's important that people still have free speech, because when George Floyd died, a lot of people had the opposite opinion of him.
Right.
So it lets people have free speech, but I don't think they should go toward hate or anything that's going to cause other violence to other people.
All right. After learning that the recent Minneapolis school shooting was done by a transgender person, Trump's Department of Justice is now proposing that it might prohibit transgender folks from purchasing or owning a gun. Any thoughts on that, Ogie?
He just doesn't like trans. You can't do that. Just single out one tiny sliver of the population for one act and demonize the whole population. It's just sickening.
Don.
I think if you could identify the thing that makes people go crazy and shoot a gun at children, then maybe you could deny them if you could identify that.
Some common mental illness thing. All right, Keith.
I think if we make it harder for people to get guns, even though we're not talking about banning guns, make it harder for them to get guns and prosecute those who use guns illegally, some of this would stop.
A Texas daycare center's in hot water, guys, because one of its teachers painted a 3-year-old boy's fingernails pink. The boy's parents said they never gave permission for that, and it's caused emotional confusion. They might sue. Guys, should schools get parental consent for every activity? Okay.
No, I mean, come on. Teacher probably asked, what color would you like? And he might like the color pink. I like the color pink. You know, what's the big deal?
Don.
I think the only issue on that is if you could wash it off, not a problem. Don't need to consult with parents. However, if it's going to be on there for 2 or 3 weeks, and you got a 3-year-old and you're taking them a lot of different places, that's kind of a permanent thing.
Okay.
That's an issue.
I can't imagine that they would put no permanent fingernail polish on a 3-year-old. So I think these people are trying to do, it's a stretch.
Yeah.
You should allow teachers to teach, and that may be showing them the colors. Anything, it's just too much.
Southwest Airlines issued a new policy this year. It requires overweight passengers to purchase an extra seat in advance if they think they can't fit their body in between the armrests of one seat. Quickly, guys, you okay with that policy, Ogie?
Not really. What do they do if anyway? I mean, if they can't fit in the seat, what do they do?
Well, that's
it's just punishing them yet again.
For their weight.
I actually think that those that are, it's going to, if I'm an overweight person and can't do that, I'm not going to be flying with Southwest.
All right.
I'm going to be flying somewhere else.
Okay.
I think the seat should be configured so that people who are heavier should be able to sit in the seats. You shouldn't be paying 2 seats for one person.
All right, finally, guys, a Pennsylvania man has been banned from his local Walmart because he recently brought his support alligator into the store and let him ride around the shopping cart. Guys, would you shop at a store that allows alligators inside? Ogie?
No, that's a bit much. I'm okay with support animals, but not an alligator, for crying out loud.
Don.
Well, I think it might be interesting to just see it walk around. I mean, that might be.
Ogie doesn't want to see it.
You know, I
Ogie
think I could get
it.
out if it could jump out of the car.
Keith, what do you think, Keith? You gonna shop there if it's got alligators in there?
Yes, I'm going to shop there because if it's alligators there, people are going to leave. I may get a discount because nobody's going to shop there. So, yeah, let the alligators come in.
All right. Well, that's a greedy man there.
That's right, a greedy man.
Last week, a Thomasville man was arrested for being married to 3 women at the same time. They're all from 3 different counties in North Carolina. I asked how he was able to pull off this bigamy feat. He said it was easy. My car has GPS. It gets him from one place to another. For all of us here at Triad Today, I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.